Good morning to all. My name is Umar Khayyam, and today my topic was Introduction to Large Scale Scrum, LeSS. I just made it on a mobile because I don't have laptop with me now, so maybe it's not a good graphical design. Large Scale Scrum, for short, and we can say it LeSS. It is a scaled agile framework that guides you in adopting and applying agile at scale. LeSS keeps the Scrum's core intact, exposing organizational design weaknesses through a minimal framework and letting you solve the complex problems inherent in development through the empirical process control and continuous improvement. LeSS seeks to apply the principles, purpose, elements, and elegance of Scrum in a large scale context as simply as possible. Among the other principles and practices, it uses lean thinking and systems thinking to keep the framework and your overhead as light as possible, and still guides you in important decisions. Next slide, please. In fact, the large scale Scrum defines two frameworks. One is LeSS, lets you scale Scrum to up to 8 teams of up to 8 people each. The less huge, it helps you scale Scrum up to a few thousand people in a single product. Second is some history about the LeSS. So back in 2005, Kriag, Larman and Bas Wade created the large scale Scrum working together at Nokia Siemens Networks, applying the Agile and Scrum to a very large and multi-site product development. Since then, the product groups applying LeSS run the gamut in size from as small as 2 teams to as large as 2,500 people, 2,500 people. Large scale Scrum. The large scale Scrum is a framework for organizing several development teams towards a common goal, extending. The core organizing principle is to retain as much as possible of the elements of the conventional single team Scrum model. So model will be the same as a Scrum model. This helps minimize any extension to the model that might create unnecessary confusion or complexity. So next is the comparison of LeSS and Scrum. So similarities between the LeSS and Scrums first. So similarities are both having one single product backlog, one definition of done for all teams, one potentially shippable product, like we have the same product both teams between LeSS and Scrum. At the end of each sprint, one product owner, complete cross-functional teams, and one sprint. Next slide, please. LeSS techniques added to the Scrum. Sprint planning is more formally divided into two parts of what and how: organic cross teams coordination, overall cross team refinement, overall retrospective focused on cross team improvements. In order to extend Scrum without losing its essence, LeSS promotes the I cannot see that side. Yeah, let's promote the use of certain discerning principles such as systems thinking, a whole product focus, transparency, and other things.